Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to OGVanlife. My name is Ed, but you can call me OG. That's perfectly fine. And this is my 1995 GMC Vandora 2500 high top. His name is OG Sam. And today I'm going to get serious, okay? Not like the last video where I'm just goofing off, okay? You gotta realize I like to goof off, okay? Taking life too serious, well, it gets you this early, okay? Early in life. Power is something that we all use and you need it, and that for your refrigerator, for your lights, for cooking, if you're using electric, for your diesel heaters, if you got one, air conditioning in your vehicle or camper or whatever, if you got it, okay? We use a lot of power in our lives, okay? And keeping your portable battery topped off or your internal battery system, your lithium system and that is important, okay? If you don't have power, then all your stuff in your refrigerator or freezer, well, it's gonna get warm and it's gonna spoil, okay? And we don't want that, especially what's going on today. We need to make sure that what we buy is still edible when it comes time to eat, okay? So what I do, well, okay, solar is not 100% reliable, okay? Probably know that, especially the ones who've been using it for a while and stuff, okay? You've worked around it, you've worked with it, you know, okay. Some of you have it on your vehicle, still not 100% reliable, okay? What if you got all the trees around you, okay? Or the sun's not out, okay? Here on the beach, it still ain't gonna be 100% reliable, okay? Neither one. The winds are 25 miles an hour, gusting up to 35. If I had solar panels for the ground, which I do, okay, they're just gonna blow down the beach or blow over, okay? How am I gonna charge my portable battery or my system if I can't keep the solar panel up, right? And if you have it on your vehicle, well, that's not going to be the answer either, because with all this sand blowing around and stuff, it's just going to blow out. I mean, I got sand all around my windows from the wind blowing it, okay? So you're not going to get 100%, okay? But what is 100%, okay? Well, let me tell you what 100% is. It's called a generator, okay? And there's 3 types of generators that you can buy, okay, on the market. And the first one is the one you guys probably all use, okay, most of you, and that's gasoline, okay? Unless you pull one of those big ones behind you and they use diesel, okay? Well, I have seen people pulling a big old, I don't know how big, 45,000 watt generator, you know, we used them in the military and they use diesel. But I can't even, you know, I can't afford something like that. And OG Sam here isn't going to pull it either because, well, he needs some new rear shocks and that. And so, yeah, we're not pulling anything until we replace those. But in any case, the second one is the most expensive one, okay? And that's just propane itself, okay? On Amazon, they run from anywhere to $800 to $1,400 roughly. And well, OG can't afford just a propane generator. So I had to go to the third option, which is gasoline slash propane in order to get a propane generator, because that's what I use, okay? Propane is much easier to carry, okay? It's all in the cylinder, it's metal, okay? It's not gasoline that, you know, if you use gasoline, you gotta put it in a plastic container, okay? No matter if it's on the side of your vehicle or you put it inside your vehicle, it's in a plastic container. Well, that ain't never safe. It's never the choice, okay? Because it's too dangerous. Now, if you're just going to the store to get some gasoline for your lawnmower, well, you're fine, okay? You just got it in the vehicle for a few minutes, you know what I'm saying? But if you're traveling, okay, it's not safe, okay? I've seen enough van life videos and people end up in accidents that they didn't expect. Of course, we never expect them. And God forbid, you know, you get into one or you know, something happens. Well, that plastic container can get thrown around and broke, and you end up with gasoline everywhere and all over you. And if it catches on fire, well, you're either rolling on the ground to get it out, if you can, because it's gasoline, okay, on you, or you're gonna total out your vehicle because it's gonna burn to the ground, okay? So that's why OG wants to use propane. These cylinders are much easier to carry, and yeah, it's not the safest thing to carry in your vehicle, but it is better than plastic gas cans, okay? It would be much better if I could mount it on the outside of the vehicle, sure, okay? But in any case, that's what I use. And let me get my generator out for you, because I'm trying to keep it out of the sand, and I'm trying to keep the sand from blowing in it. And I set my table up because OG Sam here is going to block some of the wind in the sand, okay, for me. He's a good guy. So let me get my generator. In the meantime, enjoy the background, and you'll see some oil platforms that are abandoned. And you know, the water is really brown, okay? And it should be called the Gulf of Brown Water, okay? Not the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America, because that water is dirty, okay? It's full of sand. I don't know how these fish even breathe in this stuff. But we are at low tide, and it's going out. It'll be a couple hours until low tide, and then it's gonna turn into high tide and it'll come back up. So enjoy the view. All right. This is my portable dual generator by King. All right. I am not sponsored by them, okay? I am not sponsored by Amazon. Shoot, I can't even get anybody to sponsor me for a damn sucker, okay? So, but you know, being the third video, you can't expect a whole lot. This is a dual. It's 2,800 watt startup, okay? And it runs at 2,300 watts continuously, all right? And at gasoline, it starts up at 3,000 watts and runs at 2,500 watts. Well, 200 watts between the 23 propane and the 2,500 gasoline isn't nothing, okay? You're not gonna notice it, okay? I mean, you're not, okay? It's gonna charge up your portable battery, your battery system, the same. It's still gonna take 2 hours to get 100%. And on top of that, or longer, on top of that, well, it ain't gonna make a difference, is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? So I'm going to show you how to hook this up. It's real easy. All you got to do is it's just like hooking up a barbecue grill, okay? And that is that easy. I mean, you've all hooked up these cylinders, okay, with a regulator hose, and this one is no different. Now, this is a motor inside here, okay? So it does take oil still, okay? Just like if it was just gasoline. And the exhaust is back here in front of me, and this baby gets hot, okay? And it won't matter what generator you use, okay? Gasoline, propane, they all get hot, okay? And they will melt plastic, all right? That's near it, the exhaust. So I keep mine a little bit off the table, you know, just slightly, so that the exhaust comes out here past the table, okay? Now, I know I forgot to mention, I know some of you guys have talked about having a DC to DC converter. Some are saying that they've had to lower them down and that on the amps because they've burned their system up and that. Well, I ain't using that because in order to do that, I'd have to drive up and down the beach all day to charge up my portable battery, and that's stupid, okay? I'm not doing it. So this is the best way to do it, okay? So let me get the regulator hose, which I already have ready. And all you do is plug it in or screw it into this propane nozzle, okay? It's not hard. You still have to do the same thing if you have a barbecue grill, okay? You still got to screw it into the heating element to get the gas in there to light up and operate. So this is nothing different at all. So put it in here. Make sure it's tight. Okay, since I don't use gas, I already know my switch is on propane, which is down. Okay, and you can run two of these together, but why? Why would you want to do that? Okay, unless you're powering a house. Well, I'm only powering OG Sam, and we ain't got a whole lot, so I don't need two of them. Then you hook up the regulator. This is not a brand new cylinder. I've used it twice already, and I can get about 6 uses out of it per cylinder, maybe sometimes 7 if I'm a little cheap on it, because once the power gets up to 90%, it's going to cut the generator down to 550 watts, okay, for that last 15 minutes. And there ain't no sense in running it at that low wattage because you're just kind of wasting fuel, okay? If you got the money to burn, then burn it, okay? OG don't. So let's hook up the other end and twist this around. Plug this in, or screw it in. Keep saying plug. All right, we're tight. Now open up the cylinder nozzle, okay, all the way. Just like you do on your barbecue. All right, we're at 100%, or 100% open. And then I run an extension cord to my power bank or portable battery, because I'm not bringing it out here and get all the sand from the beach and the wind and stuff. It's already got enough sand in it or on it just being in the van. So I use an extension cord. Now, let me tell you, okay, I'm a retired commercial electrician and I got a degree in electronics, okay? And on a commercial job, and that we don't use anything but a 10 gauge extension cord for obvious reasons. Anything lower gets real hot. And this one, because I couldn't afford a 10 gauge at the time, because it's only 25 feet, I do have a 100-foot 10 gauge extension cord, but that's 100 foot and I don't need 100 feet, okay? So the reason I'm saying this is because this baby's gonna pull or push out a lot of amps, okay? 30 amps. That's what that battery is gonna pull in when it's very low. And right now I'm at 12% on my percentage. And if I had anything like 50 or 40% charge on it right now, I wouldn't be out here doing this. But since I have to, I thought I would just make a video showing you how to hook it up. So on the portable battery side, the AC plug and where the extension cord, the other end hooks in, the female side, that baby will get hot, all right? So watch it, okay? Keep an eye on it. One of the best things to do is prop it up on something metal and let it, the airflow around it, and that'll help reduce some of the heat. Not all of it. It's gonna be hot when you touch it. I mean, it ain't gonna burn your hand, most likely, but be cautious. So all I do is plug it in. That's easy. That's a no-brainer. And we'll plug it in. Well, let's start it up first. I mean, I could do either one. So, people on Amazon that have bought this have commented that they have a really hard time starting it. Okay, I haven't had a hard time starting it. Okay, about 3 to 5 pulls and the baby's running. And but I do it a certain way, and it's been working for me, and I'm going to continue to do it because it's the easiest. Now, when you use gasoline generators, that gas will guck it up. You know, it'll eventually get hard to start, and it'll be hard to run. Propane's clean, okay? It doesn't do that. It'll keep your engine running good, okay? Your motor running good on this. So what I do is I turn it to choke, okay? Because it's the first time that you're going to be using this thing since you know, you pulled it out, and you probably haven't used it in a couple, 3 days like me. And so what I do is I put it in choke, pull it a couple of times and or 3 times, and you'll hear where it wants to start and choke, okay? Now I could reach over here real quick and put it in the run, okay? Turn the selector into run, and it would run, okay? But there ain't no need to, okay? It's not a big deal. Pull. See? First pull in that, you could hear it blah, 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 trying to run, okay? So turn it to run, okay, off choke, pull the cord. It's gonna make a liar out of me, isn't it? That's the hardest I've had to do it. I'll tell you what, This wind is nasty. So we're gonna plug her in, charge up my battery, and keep this from being on the table. And that's how OG does it, okay? And this is what I use. And if you have any comments or any questions, leave them. I'm always happy to answer your questions. I don't care if you're criticizing me or if you're saying, hey, that was cool video or that was cool to know. All that, it's okay. You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you criticize me. But please, please hit the like button, okay? This is my third video, and I've learned that doing these videos are not very easy, and especially editing them. I don't do much editing. If I make a mistake, well, that's life, okay? But also click on the subscribe button so you don't miss another OG Van Life video. And thank you for watching.